GunninGamerz here.
Chore log number 1.
That's right, chore log number 1 for Farming Simulator 19. We are finally getting a video out to you a little later than what I wanted to, but we had a very, very busy December, a very busy holiday season. As most of you know, we were streaming tons of hours over on Twitch covering the game, and then I actually took a break for about 2 weeks waiting for that patch 1.2 because in my eyes the game was not in a status of me wanting to cover it in its condition before the 1.2 patch when we couldn't make a nice farmyard. So that patch came out right before Christmas, right before the holidays, which we covered again on Twitch, and we just got so busy trying to do all the editing of all the farms and doing all the live streams for the holidays and our trucking events that we did not get a chance to get the chore logs going. So today we're going to be kicking off the Farming 19 chore logs, and I got a horse that just walked through me. You don't have that happen every day, do you, Aiden?
Nope.
Yep, so he's over here riding one of our 4 horses. Now this is a farm on Fellsburn that we started. We're going to give you a nice little tour of this farm today. It is a very small farm. Basically, our only animals that we are doing are horses, 4 of them at a time, and we're also going to be doing sheep on this farm. Now, this map in general, we'll jump over here and take a look here. It actually has 5 or 6 farms. I've lost count. 5 farms. Yeah, there's 5 farms, 1 logging farm, I guess you could call her, 1 logging company, which only does, of course, logging. And then we've got what we call Farm BGA, and that is a guy, one of our admins, that's running the BGA by himself, and he's got a couple of fields, and so he runs that like a business. And if you want to sell to the BGA, you got to get contracts and all that sort of thing. So this is kind of a new feature of Farming 19, and we really wanted to put this to work. So we've got some farms here that are kind of in debt and some that are doing pretty good on money. They've been a lot more active, and everybody's got kind of a little bit different goals as far as what they do. Now we could jump into the map here and we can see what farms have what. We've got farm 1 over here. Here's our logging. This has actually been all planted up in trees and edited up pretty nice. Maybe we'll get a chance to take a look at that here in a bit. We've also got the BGA, the farm, the biogas, which owns, of course, the biogas, and then owns a few fields here that are basically all combined into 2 large fields. We've got farm 2 right here that owns this land. Farm 3 is up here, which there's already people up there working today. And then there's farm 4, I'm losing count. And then farm 5. This is our property here, which we've got a nice road going all the way around us. And eventually we're going to be buying this field, hopefully in the next few weeks, and expanding our farm. Now I might go ahead and eventually buy field 14 at some point. I haven't decided, but we're going to just kind of wait and see how things go. So this is our property. We've got a couple of fields we've combined together, and then we've also got some trees, 120 pallets that I've put in, and we're just kind of slowly growing our small farm here. Now, Aiden, what are you doing on the roof? You're going to break your leg up there. We've got a couple of sheep going, you can see here. Now, we started out with 40 sheep, and we basically all the farms on here, come to think of it, we started out with $3 million, which I know some of you are like, oh, you know, putting $3 million in, cheating the money, whatever. We wanted to do this as an experiment, but $3 million will basically get you 2 fields, maybe 3 fields, you know, a little piece of property. It'll get you a couple of animal pens, a couple of sheds, and a couple pieces of equipment. Basically, what you see here is less than what $3 million will buy you on this game, which in hard mode, again, we're only playing hard mode, but it won't really buy you that much. It sounds like a lot of money, but it's really not going to be that much money. It gives you the basics of equipment, which we'll look at here in a second. But it's not going too OP. So that's the amount we came up with each farm. And we've taken out a $350,000 loan. So $3 million instead of $500,000 that the game would do by default. $3 million, and we were in debt $300,000. So we've got a little bit of a loan to pay off. But I started this up on the 19th of December. And we've been riding the horses every day, and today or yesterday, I can't remember, was the first day that our horses hit $50,000. Now, I made a horse video back when the game came out, like early access before the game came out, actually, talking about the horses, and I didn't know how much the price would go up. Aiden, your horse is dirty. You've got two horses. Bear and Vanguard are dirty. But he'll wash them up here, and we'll see their amount come. There we go. See, he's washing. There we go. And 50,000, and Bear's a little bit dirty too. So you got to keep the horses clean, and every day they need to be ridden. We talked about this in the horse video. What I didn't know is how expensive or how much you'd get for the horses. Because it was early access and I didn't have time to do 10 days worth of riding and testing, I said, I don't know. Does it go to 10,000, 15, whatever. It's $50,000 in hard mode. I don't know about the other easy modes and things like that, but it's $50,000. So these horses now, after 10, 11, 12 days, I think it's 10 days or so, have now hit the mark. Actually, come to think of it, we edited this 2 weeks ago today, come to think of it. Now, I don't know if I bought horses on the first day, but it's 2 weeks or less to get these horses up. I'll try to pay better attention next time that we get going, but each of these horses were picked out by my kids. This white one here is Snow. Snow is Ashton's horse. He's been doing a majority of the riding. He's my 4-year-old. He's been coming on and doing that. My 6-year-old picked out this horse here and named it Bear. Austin hasn't really been on here, has he? Too much. Just a little bit.
Ashton's a horse rider.
Yeah, Ashton, it's what he lives for. Every day he wants to come on. He also has been asking me if I will let him live stream with me, and he wants to probably get on a video here eventually. But Ashton has really been doing most of the riding for us. Me and Aiden have done some too, no doubt. But then we've got this horse here is Aiden's horse, what did you name your horse?
Vanguard.
Yep, Vanguard is the name of this horse, which is a nice name. Aiden picked that out. And then finally, this is the horse that me and Alex, my 1-year-old, picked out. Of course, we don't really get much of an answer out of him. He's 1, but we picked this one out. He and Dad are sharing this horse, and we named it Buck. And Buck was a horse that my mom had when she was a teenager. And my mom, actually, interestingly enough, has about 5 horses now down at her horse farm in Tennessee, and we'll have to get down and visit her someday, won't we?
Yep.
So basically, that is the little tour of our horse farm. Now, these horses are going to be going to the glue factory. The auction place today, and we're going to be sending them up there in this trailer that's just right up here behind Aiden. So we're going to be getting the pickup truck out. We're going to have him haul all 4 horses out. And I talked to my other boys and told them, well, we're going to sell your horses. They're like, no. And I said, we're going to get money for them. And they said, yeah. So what I figured we'd do is I'm going to have Aiden get the exact same color horses. Unless if he wants to change. But I told him that I like this horse probably the most, this color, but I'm going to go with a black one and come up with a new name for a black one, and I'll ride that one. So we're going to replace the horses, and we'll probably name them the same thing because Ashton's kind of been attached to his horse Snow. But we're going to sell the horse for $50,000. The new one will cost $5,000, and immediately it drops to $2,500 once you buy it. So you buy it for $5,000 and it will be worth $2,500, half of that. And then you start riding it, and over the course of 10 days to 2 weeks, you will get it up to $50,000, and it'll max out there, and then it's time to sell. Okay, so we're going to go up and we're going to clean Bear off here real quick. Just press the mouse button. It sounds like you're spray painting or airbrushing your horse. There we go. You get a little sound like that. It can be kind of tricky and doesn't always work that great, but you can see here that these horses aren't exercised for the day, which is fine. They don't have to be. Aiden did ride his in circles, but we're going to go ahead, load them up, get paid. So $200,000 minus $20,000 for the new horses, $180,000 we'll make right there. And that's a big job for you to do, Aiden, so we'll definitely have you get started on that whenever you'd like to. Okay, so over here again, we've got the sheep. There's not a lot to look at here. These are all placeables, of course. And we've got a little mess to pick up here, so we're going to do that. We've got our wool pallets. We get 4 at a time that spawn in right here. And with 40 sheep that we started out with, these will fill up just about every day now. This pen is a smaller one, smaller horse corral too, but you can get 80 sheep total. So I bought 40, and they've been doing what sheep do best, and they've been reproducing. Now, the thing to notice here, when I first got them, I'm like, holy man, that is forever. Like 80, 90 hours just to reproduce one sheep. When you go with 4 of the different colors, it'll actually be 90 hours. You'll get 4 sheep. So it seems like a long period of time, but it'll actually go up. So it's basing on 10. 10 sheep were taking about 90 hours. Then I got 11 of each. Then I got 12 of each. So we're actually getting 4 sheep every shot. So that's not too bad. If you only had one color of sheep, then this number would be drastically smaller. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here pointing at this one. It's next animal in. Obviously, that's the reproduction rate right now. So I've got 40 hours in. We'll be up to 13 of each. So that's not too bad. We can handle 20 of each. So once we get up to like, past 15 of each, then I'll start. Once we get 10 that'll fit in our trailer, I'll start sending them off, and we'll get paid a little bit. Keep about 70 sheep in there at all times, and that way we're not wasting money. There's our little sheep trailer there. So, yeah. Basically, I'm going to give you guys a tour of the farm before we keep yakking too much, and show you a time-lapse video before we start that tour, though. Show you a time-lapse video. We did this all in a Twitch stream, twitch.tv/GunninGamerz. We went ahead and did the entire edit right there on stream, as we did with our farm over in Ravenport. And we're going to be doing that in the future. Every time I get a new farmyard, I'm going to edit it on stream. It's really fun because you can even do it in multiplayer. People can help, our guys will help. This one I did on my own. Took me about 4 to 5 hours in a live stream. So we've condensed that down into about a 45-second video for you. So go ahead and enjoy that, and we'll see you back in a second. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that video a whole lot. It was a lot of fun to edit that again on live stream, so we'll be doing the rest of them that way too. Now, that was the 19th of December. It is the 2nd of January today. So we took that long to get a full 16 pallets on our trailer here. This is the IT Runner mod over on Farming Site. And then, of course, I've got a couple more pallets here. So we're getting kind of full up here. And I don't want to be wasting any money by having these full and not able to get any more. And I'm kind of thinking that's the case with this one being slid over. So we need to get these pallets pushed out of here, and this has got to get sold. We're meant to do this video a long time ago, but yeah, we've got our machine shop over here. Again, this building's a mod. Most of the stuff we're using is mods right on farming website. There's a few things we've gotten from other sites, but I don't think you'll see any of it on our farm today. So if you see something here that you don't have in game, go to Giant's website. All right, so in our barn here, we have the John Deere combine. We went with the smaller one. We got the Michelin tires on it. We also have a little gator that was kind of a toy, but I figured the kids, would want that. They were going to have some fun with it, and we could maybe haul a pallet or two around. And it's been actually kind of nice just to get around the farm as our little spawn vehicle, but it was a little bit of a toy. We've got over here our main little work tractor here, the 6 Series John Deere. Now this thing's fully upgraded. It's got the wide tires and weights and all that, and it's fully upgraded. 300 horsepower tractor, and it's got our front equipment on here, the fork and the loader arm and all that for it. And then over here, and this is why we had to take the loan out, I went with the bigger John Deere 8400. We were going to get a 7 Series and probably still will because we've kind of got a John Deere thing going on here. But I skipped it because I really needed the more than 400 horsepower. We've got that 8-meter subsolar, which is nice because you don't have to plow. And we've got some hills on the property, so I really didn't want to take my chance. And the 7 Series just wouldn't have been enough. So we went all out and went for the fully upgraded John Deere 8400. So that's what we have for our main working tractor or pulling tractor. And I do run different tires on it depending. I think I just got doing done doing all the subsoiling, so we have the duals on it. But we're going to be running different tire configurations on it. And then our pickup truck is over here in this little garage, which is just sitting over here, and fits in here nice. I don't know, just a neat little decoration the garage is. We might put some other things in here. Back here we got a few extra pallets that I still gotta stack some of them up on here. But over on the other side here, which you couldn't see this on the live stream because it was kind of blocked by the trees, but we got that decorated up very nice. Our gas pump, pressure washer, little spot for dropping all of our buckets. Our machine shed, which I wish I could have gotten another one of these put in down here. It would have been a little bit tight, but at the end of the day, there is no purpose for sheds other than decoration. It doesn't actually save your equipment or cost more or less in maintenance if they're in or out. But it is nice. So we do have this open area, which has come in handy to, set things and whatnot. And of course, we got a nice little open farmyard. But we got this for planting some trees. We went with the cheaper rake here, which is really nice. It pulls easy. It's not self-propelled, but there's nothing that drives it. You just pull these along and they turn and it rakes everything up. We've got the weeder, which we'll be needing to use, and that'll save us money from having to deal with herbicides and all the spraying and stuff. We've got the, I forget which one. This is the medium spreader with the 6-meter attachment on the back, and I went with skinnier tires so that we're not having to worry about that. And we've got the big, I don't want to pronounce that, the chute maker. People have been saying it with a few of the less characters in there. But it is a nice piece of equipment. And I've got the little extender. This is a forage wagon. This is the 3,000 liter extender on the back. So we went all out with that. It's the biggest in the game, and it's really nice. And it didn't bust the bank too hard, but the forage wagons are really nice to have the big size. And we've got this that Aiden fell in. This is the IT bin, 45,000 capacity. Absolutely love the IT stuff. Once you bite the bullet and you buy the base, which is like 56,000, the bins are like very cheap, like 8,000. We're going to get an IT. Well, we've got the flatbed for the pallets. We're also going to be getting the logging cart for it. So we'll be able to do some logging. You can see our trees that we got planted up on the hill there. So subsoiler, this is why we needed the bigger John Deere. This sucker pulls like a beast, but it's 8 meters and it does not require you to have to plow. It acts as plowing. It's not plowing, but it takes place of that. And it's a lot easier to deal with than a dig-on plow, especially a plow of 8 meters or more. Those things get to be so long behind you, they get cumbersome to deal with. That thing is just really nice. And then, of course, we've got the mower and the tedder setup, which I am going to get the Lely from the Giants website. That's going in this week. And probably I'll trade this in because I understand the Lely can possibly row it for you. I don't know. I'm going to look into it. But anyway, the Pottinger works really good. And then, of course, our planter, which I've got set in our field, is the Horsch, which is nice because it fertilizes, it can cultivate. It'll knock all these weeds out, no problem. And it'll be looking really good. Now, the fields, we did go ahead and extend those quite a bit because we ended up setting this in the middle of the field, as you've seen in that time lapse. I extended them down to the property line, and my plan is I'm going to plant 2 rows of trees between the field and the road so that we can also do some logging, and our stuff can pretty much sit right on the road. We have to keep the roads open, though, because these roads will be getting traveled a lot. There's a lot of people playing on this server. Our Twitch subscribers and our Patrons are all welcome on the server. They're able to get on here, and you'll see them on here running the other farms and running up and down the road with equipment, which is one of the most immersive things. I can tell you with Farming Sim, if you're not doing multiplayer, you're missing out, because it is so awesome when you're working your own farm, doing your own thing, and other people are, your neighbors are doing their own thing and just driving by. It is so cool, and it always brings a smile to my face because it feels so realistic. They're just doing their thing, and you kind of give them a honk and they honk at you, and they're running their own thing. And then sometimes we go help each other out. When we have a big harvest season, we can contract each other. It's amazing. And we'll definitely give you guys a farm tour here soon of all the different farms. Probably the next chore log, because I don't want to keep this one too darn long. But that's that field. When we buy the other field, I think it's 37 over there, I will end up combining that. And then the other little piece that we ended up with was this field. And I just decided to go ahead and grass this in. And I'm going to plant trees along the property line over there. I've already put all those tall trees. Those are all planted ones. The shorter ones were there. But I planted 120 trees, 6 pallets. Yeah, so we just went grass, and this is going to be pretty much our only grass field. And I could always tear this up and crop this. But we do need grass because we've got sheep and we've got horses. So we'll just turn this into hay, and we can always sell some hay as well. And this road here was probably the best thing that we did on our farm. Aiden, you want to go get me the gator? That'd be a huge help. Bring that puppy over here. I'm running around on foot, and that's okay too. But I built this road, did it on stream again. You can kind of see it in the time lapse. This comes out over here and runs out to this field. There's the one field that I want to buy yet. But this is our property here. There used to be 2 fields here, and I went ahead and combined them. They were split right about in here. So we used to drive right from here, right to the center of the screen there is the other driveway. We used to kind of just go through the grass area here, but I really needed to combine these fields to make a nice big field. And we ended up making a nice little road that goes all the way down around the field and heads over to the store there. Now, sadly, Aiden's coming with the gator. We can't jump in with 2 people. But maybe somebody will mod that for us. So we'll just take a little toot down here real quick. Kind of show you how this goes. You're almost running as fast as this gator goes. Yeah, this gator is not very fast. Actually, the horses are probably faster, but just made a nice little road going down through here. Property line is not too far off the left side of the road. For whatever reason, this property here, right here, I own all the way out to the road there. So we put a few trees in there. I could do some more, I don't know. Probably won't plant trees here like I did next time, but I was just trying to get them in where I knew they wouldn't be in the way. So yeah, we have a nice little shortcut to the store, which is good because you're constantly here all the time trying to, get equipment and buy fertilizer and all that sort of thing. So we have a really nice shortcut to the farm. The little grass strip there, that's a little glitch that you get when you load in sometimes. It's not actually that way. I've been noticing that on live streams. Sometimes we'll come in and there'll be little grass strips running through your textures. And if you get out and come back in, they'll be fixed. So, kind of a little nuisance, but the 1.2 patch was a godsend. I mean, it really gave us back the ability to make farming good again. With that being said, we still are hoping we can get a tool that can grow grass again. Because once you knock grass out, you cannot get it to go back without tearing it up and then planting it. Well, on the edge of a field, that's not going to be desirable because, then you're going to end up, when you're crop farming, you don't want to crop farm and then have grass planted around. It's just going to get to be a mess. So we're all hoping the ability to be able to, paint grass that will grow. But, yeah, we own just a little sliver in here, and I've been doing some grass mowing there. And we've got grass mowing up on the mountain. We've got the trees up on the mountain. We'll take this little road here. So yeah, the most of this farming video, this chore log today is going to be the little farm tour. Get you all up on speed of what we're working on, and then we'll get lots of videos. I'll even try to get Ashton on here. He's been asking me a lot if he can get on and do some videos or recording. But yeah, there's the trees that we planted. And accidentally realized that they're up in the power line, so we better get those down before there's a fine. Me and Aiden will get a video of that. We're probably working on that in live stream. And I'll take you on a tour over here. I may end up turning this all into field and connecting these 2 fields and kind of take the smoothing tool and smooth all these little humps out. which is going to knock the grass out. And that's probably why I'm going to connect these fields, because I need the crop space. And what my thought is if we were to even use this for grass mowing, the problem is going to be is that we're going to have all these little bits that are left behind because it's, you know, little bumps here. The headers don't always get down in the crevices. So probably going to buy it and then run the smoothing tool over and then get the plow, go rent the plow and turn as much of this into, probably come all the way down to here. That's what I'm thinking. Come all the way down into here and kind of around here. I'll probably end up knocking out the trees on my right, keeping the ones on the left. Yeah, right through here, and then connecting that. And making a big wraparound field. Which, you know, if GPS, which it's coming, but when GPS comes out, I won't really be able to use it as much on this farm with these weird shaped fields, but that's okay, you know, it's kind of fun to do this style of farming sometimes. I hope you all enjoyed our farm here and the way it looks. The purpose of it, again, is to be a small horse farm of 4 horses. Any more than that, it gets to be way too much, because every day you got to come in for about 5 to 10 minutes per horse and exercise it. And it's just way too much time. Way too much time. If you don't exercise them, they start losing value, and then you're kind of wasting your time. Whatever time you use to ride them now is going backwards. So they require you to be on the server every single day. Fortunately, you don't have to feed them, but once a week is what it seems like. And then the sheep, they're pretty low maintenance. I clean them every couple of days, and I have to pick up the wool pallets every day, day and a half, something like that. So it'll probably be every day here once they get up closer to that 70 mark, 70 to 80. So it's really a pretty easy farm, and I try to do my very best at decorating it because, again, this was just a flat field space. So I think we did a pretty good job. I don't know, Aiden, do you like it?
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And like I said, we will definitely give you guys a tour of all the other farms that are on the map. Like I said, there's one farm that sits right here, the other one right here, the other one, you can kind of see their buildings right here. This one sits up here. Of course, we're right here. So the BGA doesn't really have any buildings. There's a shed that they utilize. So it'll be fun to see the whole thing get built up. And then of course the logging over here, it's got a shed and a maintenance garage and things like that. So what I'm going to do, Aiden, is we're going to climb into the John Deere. We're not going to get a lot done today because, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. I'm going to get the pallets out of the trigger. It looks like I did a pretty good job of running into them. All right, well, I'm just going to push these out of the way since it looks like they got run into anyways, and that's all I was going to do. I just want to get them off the trigger. I know this isn't realistic, but we want to get these off the trigger because as of right now, we're getting nothing from the sheep. And once we bring the trailer back, then I'll load those on and we'll have 4 of them to go right away. So those are out of the way right now. And I might as well go over here and drop this kind of out of the way. Set this down right here. So we're going to go ahead and put, you're going to be using a truck. Yeah, you'll be in the truck. I'm going to take this thing and haul the wool. So why don't you go ahead and get the pickup truck and start loading horses. The next tractor that I want to get, I really want to get the bigger JCB, but I need something that has the skinny tires so I don't wither my crops when I want to do fertilizing, spraying, and things like that. So what I'm going to end up doing is buying the smaller JCB, which honestly will be a lot better when it comes to, you know, the front end loading and things like that. And what I might do, I know I don't want to, but I might end up selling this tractor right here and getting rid of this and getting a 7 series so that I've got a little bit more power. And I'd like to get this one right here. This one has a lot of different tire options. It actually has 4-wheel steer that you can turn on, which is super nice, you know, getting around the yard, being maneuverable. I love these Nokian tires when you have it as a yard tractor. It looks super slick. And of course you can get the skinny tires on it right there, which is going to be what you need so you don't wither your crops. And with the front loading attacher, basically I can get the whole setup for about $200,000. So Unfortunately, this is probably going to be the next tractor instead of getting, something with even more power, but I might let go of the 6 Series then, because I won't need 2 that have front end capabilities, and maybe replacing it with a 7 Series John Deere. I don't know, maybe throwing on some Michelin wides. And what do we get this one up to? Yeah, 352 horse, so that we've got a little bit more to work with out in the fields. But we'll see if I can let go of a John Deere, because we kind of got a theme going here. I think it'd be better to have the whole lot of them. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you think I should make that move, or just save up for the 200,000 and then hang on to the 6 Series. All right, prices are kind of low on wool, but I checked it yesterday. They're on their way up, and they're at 648. So even though they say they're going down, still higher than yesterday when it was green. And I need to get rid of it. I don't think the price is going to fluctuate too much. And I know something else I wanted to tell you guys was what the other farms were doing. I know this farm has cows. This farm 2 over here, is set up to do exactly what we're doing. This one has sheep, and I don't know what else. I can't remember. One other thing. This one is a cow farm, and I think only cows. So, and I know this one had chickens at one point, but there might not be anybody doing chickens anymore. So apparently he's not the farm manager here, which I have no problem with Aiden being farm manager. It's his little brothers that I don't, so I haven't given him farm manager. I'm the only one that can load him up, so we'll take Vanguard and Snow to start out, and if you want to go ahead and haul them up. Oh wait, this is something I do all the time, is I load and I always forget to hit confirm. You should see their butts in there, horsey butts. Go ahead, jump in there and put the ramp up. There we go. Yeah, honestly what I'm thinking about doing is selling the pickup. And I know people ask about, hey, you should get a modded truck. I don't really have a desire. I don't really care for pickups, to be honest. They do work good for this, but I thought if we get the JCB, it'd be like just as good to, run stuff around to the store. So we're contemplating, letting go of the pickup as well. I don't know. All right, I better get my lights on. We're hitting the road here, right? Look at the full load we got going here. Woo! That looks good though, don't it?
Yeah, it does. I'm right behind you.
I gotta get my flashers on. Oh no! There we go. Flashers are on, hitting everything. Oh, this tractor's working good. I know there's a lot of modded maps that have been coming out too. People have been talking about all these modded maps and this and that, but if you look, most of them that I've seen are all like incomplete. They're not finished. And I've been kind of telling people, like, honestly, like, what's the point of all the modded maps that are out that are flat? Some of them, not all of them, but some of them are pretty flat and they're very unfinished when you have such an amazing looking map from Giants. And in the past, modded maps, I've been all over, because then you can go in, you can really make big changes and do the things you want to do. But that's all irrelevant with Farming 19 and the ability to edit your maps any way you want them right from within the game. So we're running Felsburn, and I think we're going to be for quite some time, because I cannot get over how beautiful this map is. And everybody's built their own farms and edited their own farms. So it's been really fun to be over here. But we're pulling up here. We've got just shy of 12 grand with a $350,000 loan. I think I said 300 earlier. Let's watch all the stuff fall off here. Oh no! Hit L. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so bad. I hope they all sell. Sometimes you gotta drive back and forth. It's weird how some of them do and some of them don't. How about I do this? We'll get them so low to that trigger they won't know what to do. Okay, well that's bizarre. Apparently we were like not welcome here anymore. Too much wool for one day. I literally got one wool pallet. We had 12,000 when I came in here. This is getting kind of ridiculous, to be honest. I'm gonna lower this thing down again. You'd think it was something to do with being too high up off the trigger, but the trigger is pretty big.
button do I
You know what I'm going to do next time? I'm just going to drive this up here and just let it sit, and I'll come back like an hour later. Alright, I just went ahead and tabbed over to him here. We're going to want to pull on to the trigger here. Just like this. And...
realize that?
yeah. You just want to walk up to the trailer. You want... okay, you already got it open? Nice. So then all you do is you click on... oh, I'm going to be so sad, but yeah, 100,000. Which we ended up with 10 grand from 16 pallets. Ouch. I mean, sheep are not a big money maker. The same amount of time that it took me to get those 10 pallets for 10 grand, we made $200,000 off the horses, minus 20. We won't talk about the sheep, how much they cost. You know, horses basically gave me 200, you could say 180 after we replace them. That's a huge jump. Horses are a big money maker. Sheep, I don't know, maybe when they start reproducing and we start selling them, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on snow, and we're gonna move snow out, and we're going to move Vanguard out, and we're going to hit confirm. You ready, bud?
Yeah.
100 grand in the bank. Now, do you want to buy the same horse?
Yes, I want to buy it.
Okay, I'll let you do it. I'm gonna buy the where's the... it's the gray one. It's called. We're gonna buy... Ashton wanted the same horse, so like I said, we can even go ahead and buy that. All right, so we just went ahead and bought this horse here. Now, I don't know if I can name it already. Yeah, I can't until it's back at the farm, but to name it, you just hit space rename, and that's where you can simply rename your horse. So go ahead, bud. Buy the other horse that you want, and then haul them back to the farm, okay? There's the other horse. Now, we're going to click on the trailer. Now, those are $5,000, and you can see instantly they go down to $2,976. They're going to need to be taken back to the farm, unloaded so they can get food, and then ridden. They're going to need to be exercised today. So that's a big job that's got to be done, and we'll have to get that done before we leave tonight. This is just such an amazing map. I'm sure most of you that are playing the game have been enjoying the heck out of it. Ravenport's not a bad map either. This map is just simply amazing, in my opinion. I've been blown away. Like, when you get up on the top part of the map by Farm 3 and you look back this way, the view is just amazing. It's the best that we've ever seen in farming sim, in my opinion. Vanilla. And I'd put it right up there with being one of the most beautiful maps, even from what I've seen the modders do. So Giants really hit it out of the park with this one. So we're going to go around this barn. We got to move that gator when we get a chance, put that back in the garage. Soon that garage will be full of tractors, but let's see if I can sneak in here. Do not want to upset that pallet there and end up moving it. All right. There we go. Didn't want to get that so close to the sidewalk and whatnot behind there, so we're going to pull it out a little bit farther here and leave it. And we can go ahead and, oops, we're going to just hit disconnect there. Not that disconnect. That disconnect. There we go. And then I'll leave my hook out. Try to make that corner there. I'll come back and have to load up all that stuff and get that all cleaned up.
So I'm guessing you're at the farm?
Yeah, bring them back to the farm, bring them to that trigger, and that's where you're going to unload them. And then take the other two up there as well. Just make sure that they're clean and worth 50 grand. I'll look too. We want to get top dollar for them. And I like this IT because I got it in John Deere green. Looks good with the tractor. Alright, you got the horses dropped off then, huh?
Yep.
Good. Alright, I'm not going to worry about putting the weight on the back. We're not lifting. If I was logging, I would, but we're not lifting anything heavy here, so... Another little expensive, well, actually, it's pretty cheap. Little toy, I think they're like $38,000. I want to get a forklift. So that's the other reason why I wouldn't particularly need the John Deere 6 series anymore. And I know I don't need a forklift if I had the, whatchamacallit, the little JCB, but darn, forklifts are so neat. The ones they put in here, I'm such a fan of them. One of my favorite things to do, though, is pallet loading. Not with the tractor, but with the forklift. I go into first person and I know exactly where I need to be and I just do it. That's a little messy, but it'll be alright. You don't have to let it fill up so much either, but it is nice to get 16 of them on there and then kind of go from there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this over and drop the forks. Put the nice bucket on here. Yeah, these sheep need a good cleaning. And a good feeding. Which we do have a little bit of food left in our silos. Oh, and that was the other thing I didn't point out is our silo over there that we have. Which, if I end up buying some more, another field at 37 of course, and then 14, probably going to end up upgrading our silo. Alright, well Eden just bought the other two cows. I mean, why do I keep calling them cows? Horses. I'm not used to doing horse farming and farming simulator. But yeah, we ended up with $200,000. You sold the other ones, right? You got them sold?
Yep.
Yeah, so the money went up and the money came out. So 20 grand for new horses, 200,000 total. And we are in great shape. Well, they're cleaned out. Horses are also nice because they don't have to be cleaned as far as like picking up food. Like I say, you do have to come in and give them a little brushing. I haven't had to feed the animals in the longest time. They really do hold food a lot. They got to be given water a little bit more frequently, but it's definitely not right on there. All right, let's start some straw here. I didn't need to put that much in. Kind of got distracted for a second there, and all of a sudden we had half the cart full. A lot of this straw I'm probably going to end up selling. I think, if I remember right, that's the spot right there. A little bit of straw in there for them. Again, the sheep don't need any. Now we'll just drive right up here. And we'll dump the rest and we'll go over and get some food. Holy cow, 197,000 in hay. I got a pretty good amount. I gotta start selling this stuff. I didn't realize I had so much. Alright, did you get them all in there?
Yep. I'm exercising mine.
Alright, so we can go in and put your horse back in. Oh, actually it doesn't matter. Oh, that's the name they gave. They actually named two of them Ringo. Waldo and Spartan. Goodness sakes. Bear. And then last but not least, Ringo. I gotta think of a good name. What kind of name should we come up with? Oh, how original. Seriously? Well, why not? I might come up with something better. But for tonight, Black Beauty. Oh, and look at that. They took all that straw and then some. Sorry, hay. I'm gonna run you over. Look out. Oh, no.
Why would you run over my precious horse?
Because we'll just, we'll get insurance money. You gonna take a grass bath with your horse?
Right, horsey, time for grass bath. Here,
They're hard to control, aren't they?
Yep. Alright. Alright, go. Oh. Really?
Where did you think it was gonna come out? Came right out the back. Alright, it only took a little bit more. Yeah, the yard really flows well. I mean, you know, I didn't want to take up too much space, but we wanted to take up some. And we'll pull right up underneath the spout here. And we don't have any wheat. We got a little bit of oat. So what my thought is that field right there, the smaller one, that's going to be an oat field. Maybe not all the time, but I'm going to plant oats there. And then I'm going to do a cash crop over on the other side. Probably canola. Since canola, you don't have to store that much. No, actually, you know what we should do is wheat. Wheat is such a good crop because you get so much straw and we could sell all the straw. So we're probably going to put wheat in our big field, and I'll sell the wheat since nothing we have eats it. And Aiden, we do have to do, the horses are good on water, but the sheep are not. Let's see, this isn't where this goes. Let's try it anyway. Yeah, it's not, oat's not put in there. Drive around to the other side here. We'll have some very happy horses. There we go. We'll hit I. And she goes. Oh, wow. Alright, well, we didn't use them all. Actually, didn't use that much. And they're not eating that much. That's what I mean. That little field there, we'll get plenty of oats out of it. Aiden's doing a little exercising of his horse. Did you get it up to 100%?
Yep.
Alright. So how much is it worth now?
It is currently worth $2,839.
Wow, it actually dropped in value? Is it dirty?
Yeah, I'm cleaning it.
Now we just got 3 more to ride. And I suppose I probably should top them off. How is the sheep on water?
Yeah, they're good, but...
Yeah, they're about half. Okay. I'll drive over there. This was just an animal taking care of day. And we'll have to get field work and logging another time. And that tank over there, if you're new to farming, that green tank, it is vanilla, and that is where you get water from. And I haven't had to pay, so that's been nice. Okay, well that's it. We got that thing full. It's a little bit slow to get full of water, but it's making me thirsty. Okay, go ahead and unhook it there. Well, this little tractor's getting worked. We just hit 10 hours with it. So we'll go ahead and put this one back in the garage. I suppose you want to come over here and wash it?
Yeah.
He loves to wash those tractors.
Wash snow. Alright.
And we have a little bit of maintenance here we're going to do. $600. I hope that's not all from today. Jesus, that's expensive. Maintenance is very pricey on these things. The bigger the tractor, the more expensive too. Giving that a nice washing. We could bring the 8 series out. Probably get the other tires put back on this one too.
Ah, perfect.
That is such a beautiful tractor. Both of them are. Like I say, I really don't know if I want to get rid of any of the John Deere, but we also don't need like tons of tractors on the farm either. So, I don't know. It's like that's clean.
Yeah, that thing looks like it's brand new.
Drives me nuts how, because the weight's the first thing in, it always like, oh, okay, let's fix the weight up. And we do own a few tire options for this. Let's see, repair, $50. Okay, well, it hasn't been used. Yeah, this bird here, yeah, he's got it all washed up. Man, you're just giving it. I'm gonna drive this right out. Yeah, for subsoiling, I like to put the duals in the back. I've never been a fan of the duals in the front. I don't know why. It just looks kind of OP. But we put the duals in the back when we're doing this planting and plowing and things like that. And then for the rest of the season, I'll take the duals off and we'll switch it back to the singles with weights, which in my opinion looks really nice too. We've got the Michelin on here. And then that way we're ready to go for like straw and when it comes time to haul in the wagons and things like that. The truck, did that get put away?
Yep. Or actually, no, it's still all over there.
It's still sitting out there? Yeah. I'm kind of thinking this truck. I don't know how much we'll give for it, but you know, let us know down there in the comments. Really curious on that because I'm not interested in getting modded pickups in here. I mean maybe someday, but they're just not really, I don't know what it is. I guess it's a lot of the flame wars that happen with the trucks. It's been a big turnoff over the years and I'm not interested. I'm more into the tractors and stuff, so I don't know. Is it worth keeping a Lizard pickup around? I think if we let go of this to get that JCB, you know, that'd be a heck of a tractor to have on the farm. Nothing technically would pull a lot better than this, especially if it was a heavier trailer. I mean, it could handle pulling some of this other equipment. It could handle mowing. You could put the mower on there and do some tight turning with it. you could do some raking. You could do some weeding with it. Obviously, it'll be pulling the fertilizer cart here with the non-withering tires, the skinny tires. So when we want to go fertilize our fields and not worry about hurting the crops, we can do that. So that's why I'm thinking about making that move, but we'll see. I know the pickup truck's not going to yield us a lot of money, but...
Hey, Dad, when you have a second, come here.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, God, no! No! Oh, my eyes, what did I tell you about pressure washer safety? Oh, my goodness. You could just rip your skin right off. Well, Aiden, I think we did a good job today. We didn't get everything done, but that's okay. You know why?
I don't know.
Well, because there's always going to be another chore log.
Yeah.
And we should probably not wait a long time to get the next one out. Got some straw right there. So yeah, we're going to probably have to get in here and get the field going on. I don't know. I'll probably be seeding on live stream over at twitch.tv/GunninGamerz. Probably go ahead and get the seeding in because we really need to get some crops on the field. And I'll also be doing probably quite a bit of the logging over there. But we'll try to get another YouTube video going here very soon for you in the next, couple weeks. Or maybe less, maybe next week. We'll get another one in. So let us know what you think of our farm. And let us know if you'd like to get that farm tour where we go around, or I should say the server tour, where we go around and look at all the farms. Maybe we could take a horseback ride one day and go see them all. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Good idea.
I think we could probably do that. So lots of video ideas. Just let us know down in the comments how you like this one. And hopefully you're glad that GunninGamerz is back at it again for Farming 19. We got lots of videos planned over the next 2 years. With that being said, I want to remind you the most important thing. Make sure that you're over connected to our Discord. We are over there 24/7. It's a great place to meet friends and to find other gamers that have interests like yours. Last but not least, I want to encourage you to go over to our Twitch channel. Make sure you're following us over there and come watch us on all the live streams we do. On your way out the door, make sure you hit a like on this video. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so you know when we get another video out. And until next time, take care.